Hello everyone and welcome to SportyTV. I'm here with Luis García. Luis, thank you for joining us. How are you doing?
Pleasure, all good. Fantastic day here in Madrid. So yeah, looking forward for what we got tonight.
Yes, the winter is arriving. It's a little bit fresh, but as an adopted Scouser, you're used to the cold, no?
A little bit. I forgot a little bit about what it is to be in the cold for quite a while. But well, it's getting the winter now in Madrid, and actually we got the sun, so a beautiful day.
Yes. Now, we're going to go back to the beginning of your career. Obviously, growing up very near to Barcelona, you were born in Barcelona. What was it like as a kid looking at the Clásico as a game? It's the biggest game in football. You know, everyone says it. It's so important. What was it like looking at that game as a kid?
Yeah, exactly. And we have to remember that on these days we got so many platforms where we can watch almost all the games around the world. But back then it was only one channel, maybe three if you were lucky, depending on your location. But you had the chance of watching. You were expecting that game because you knew what it was on the table. Back then I remember the Clásico where Romario, Michael Laudrup and all that gang. And I was dreaming to be a part of a team like that one in the future. That was my dream when I was a kid, and it was always a special feature.
Now, looking ahead to when you were playing in your playing career, you played just under 50 games for Barcelona. You went on loan a few times before that, and then went to Atletico Madrid, went to Liverpool. As a kid, was it a dream of yours to play in a Clásico, or was it just you want to get to Barcelona and then the big games come after that?
Yeah, exactly. No, I think that the dream when I was a kid, I guess for any kid that is growing up in a city, doesn't matter if you're in Madrid or in Barcelona. For me, it was Barcelona. It was to play for Barcelona, to wear their jersey, to feel what it is to play at the Camp Nou. And I was lucky enough. It's true that I have to make a big round to get experience, to get ready, because again we are talking about one of the biggest clubs in the world. So it was needed an extra, and well, I managed to finally wear that jersey, and I have to say that I feel very proud to have been there for a long period in the academy and to finally play in the first team.
Now, looking ahead to today's El Clásico, it's a different one to last season. Real Madrid winning both of them, Ancelotti against Xavi. This season, Hansi Flick's come in. Looking at this Barcelona team, it's new look in a way with some of the new players. Dani Olmo coming in, Lamine Yamal firing as he did in the Euros this summer. How do you see the job that Hansi Flick's done so far this year?
Yeah, I think that he arrived in a moment where Barcelona needed to make a change. I think that when Deco mentioned that this Barcelona needed to keep going with the NDA of DNA of having the ball, the possession, the tiki-taka that has been always there, but try to make a change because the football has changed so much in the past 15 years, and now it's more dynamic, more intense, and you need to bring that. I think that Hansi Flick found the way of doing it, and the message have arrived to the player. They understood. I think that the results that they have been having kind of gave them the confidence to continue, and you can see that the team is working in a fantastic way with that high pressure, with that high line, and even though in the tough moments, I think that the team is very mature and understand what it is to play this way.
Now, looking at some of the players, Rafinha obviously on great form, Lewandowski scoring goals for fun, but there's one, Lamine Yamal, it's hard not to talk about him. These players, they obviously have so much natural talent, but it does take that element of hard work. When you see a player like Lamine Yamal, what impresses you the most about him?
Well, I guess like for everyone, I think the maturity, the way he has handled every kind of situation. Let's not forget he's 17. He's been playing already for Barcelona for a year, almost and a half. And he looks like he's been there for 10 years. And when he's on the ball, he knows exactly what to do every single moment. His decision making is always fantastic. Now he's getting more physical. His body is changing. Let's not forget, again, he's 17. And he's going to be changing. He's going to get more strength and more power. He's going to be faster. So that means that if he's got this football intelligence and he continue improving in the other matters, I think we have a fantastic and amazing player. So yeah, I think that it's been incredible what he has done. But again, I don't put a ceiling to this kid, and hopefully we can see more and more of him in the coming years.
Now, it's never over until it's over, but if Real Madrid lose, Barcelona go 6 points clear. Do you think that's the title race over, or do you still see Real Madrid coming back from it? It seems silly saying it, but obviously last season Real Madrid won both Clásicos. If Barcelona had won both of them, they would have won the league. How do you see it if Barcelona do win?
No, I think that of course if Barcelona wins, of course it's going to be 6 points gap. That is always good to have, but it's a very long season. I mean, with all the Champions League games that they have in the middle, the international breaks, they're gonna be a lot of ups and downs for both teams. I think until the end of the season, both are gonna be in the race. I expect Atletico Madrid also to improve and get closer. But it's true that they are always special. Even if Real Madrid wins today, they're gonna be level. And again, we don't talk until maybe in a few months. To find who is going to be in the race again. But I think it's very important, much more for the mentality and to keep the momentum. I think the Barcelona is in a great moment, and that momentum could be fantastic for them to arrive to half of the season with a little bit of a lead.
Yes, obviously it's a long season. Looking at Real Madrid, last season they were untouchable almost. They won the league, they won the Champions League. They brought in Kylian Mbappe. Everyone, I think, myself included, I don't know about you, thought that they were going to go to the next height. They were going to be even more untouchable, but it perhaps hasn't been as plain sailing as they thought it would be. What do you put that down to? Do you think it's just time for Mbappe to adapt to his new teammates?
No, I think the whole team. I think that when Kylian Mbappe arrived, of course the team felt the confidence of the strength that they had from last year. They won two big competitions, and arriving to the spot. Maybe you get in the normality of okay, we are gonna go on the pitch and we are gonna win because we got probably the best players in the world, probably one of the Ballon d'Or winner, and probably another one who has been on the list for quite a long time. So, but of course, football have changed so much. Every team that you're gonna face is gonna put you in trouble. You need to perform at the highest level, and you cannot make mistakes. And now, Real Madrid has been trying to find this balance between attacking and defending. But we saw what they are capable of when they play against Bayern Munich in the midweek game, and it's a team that at any single point, I mean, they haven't played as good as we were all expecting, but the results are there. It's 3 points just behind Barcelona. They won they scored 5 goals in the midweek, so it's an incredible team, and of course tonight is going to be special.
Now, you mentioned the Ballon d'Or. Obviously, there's a few players in that team. Looking at England, Rodri, Dani Carvajal, unfortunately getting injured against Villarreal. Vinny's up there. Do you think he's the one that deserves it, or are you more looking towards Rodri or Dani Carvajal?
No, in the end, we can pick different players depending on the way that you like to watch football. I think that Vinny Junior, if he receives the trophy, is well deserved. I think he's done an amazing job last year, not only because his ability and skills. Morientes, just go through to the no worries. Because of the skills, but also how important it was to win the trophy. So I think it will be well deserved. I would have loved to see Rodri lifting because I think he's special, because he's Spanish, because he's done also a fantastic job during the Euros and also for Manchester City. But again, those two players, I think they've been at the highest level last year.
Okay. Now, lastly, it would be missing me to not ask you about the Premier League. Liverpool, Arsenal at the weekend. How do you see the title race going? What are your thoughts on Arne Slot so far?
Yeah, it's quite an exciting weekend. I think that it's going to be a tough game again. I know there has been a lot of talks about if Arteta is not handling the game well, maybe he will be out of the race again. I think it's very early to say it. I think it's a long season as well for them. It's important that as well that Liverpool continue in this way, in this type of form. I think even the rotation have been working, and it's true that at some points Liverpool haven't shown us how good they can play. But again, it's about getting the result, keeping the momentum. So I think that I look favourite the Liverpool side, but when Arteta starts thinking about these things, I think it could be dangerous. So yeah, exciting game as well.
Perfect. And lastly, prediction for tonight: Real Madrid, Barcelona.
I'm going to go for a 2-1 for Barcelona. I think they are going to go big goals all around, maybe even more. But I expect Barcelona to continue this style of play I enjoy. I think we all are expecting a very, very intense and exciting game. And yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-1.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Luis. Pleasure to speak to you. Thank you, everyone. SportyTV, Luis García here, looking ahead to El Clásico.